Hello ladies and gentlemen, and movie lovers of all kind, and welcome back to the channel. As always, I am your host Brett Murphy, and for today's video I have a brand new ranking for you all, and I am going to be ranking every single one of the Insidious franchise demons. So the Insidious franchise currently consists of 4 movies with a 5th one on the way. We don't know much about that 5th movie just yet, but the first 4 we've got already are pretty darn good and are staples of the horror genre. And within those 4 movies, they've given us a healthy helping of demons to count down. Before I hop into the actual ranking itself, I just wanted to let you all know that I have an entire playlist dedicated to all of my ranking videos. As it currently stands, there are around or even more than 100 movie-themed rankings on that playlist, so be sure to check that out, and I guarantee you'll find something you like. And so without further ado, let's hop right into things. Number 7, The Dancing Boy. I debated on if I even wanted to include this little guy on the list or not, but most other lists that I looked up to see all of the demons, make sure I got them all in this video, everyone else included this guy, even though I think he's just a harmless little ghost. To me personally, he's more adorable and hilarious than anything. That first scene where we see Roseburn walking outside with her laundry, and you kind of just see him rocking away in the house, I've always found that to be hilarious, and then he like hides behind the door or jumps out of the little cabinet and stuff like that. He's good for a few little jump scares, but he's not really all that scary, nor do I really think he's that much of a demon. Nevertheless, everyone else that I saw do a list even remotely similar to this included this guy, so I figured I probably should too. Number 6, Doll Girl. Really, there is a whole family of doll-faced demons that we find in that first movie. Maybe she appears in other movies, I don't really remember. I think it's just the first movie, but she is definitely the centerpiece as she has her own name. Well, kind of. It's the Doll Girl. Truth be told, she really doesn't do all that much, but the face that she makes is so etched, engraved, carved into my memory because of how scared I was when I first saw it, and honestly how freaky it is to still see it now. Yeah, she definitely deserves to be on this list and not in the last place spot, despite her really not doing all that much. Number 5, Longhaired Fiend. This guy has got to be one of the most generic looking demons I've ever seen. In fact, I can't even really find a decent picture of him, and the few that I do, he kind of just looks like a normal creepy guy. But nevertheless, the reason that I include him on this list and bump him up above those bottom 2 spots is because he is good for some of the best jump scares in that first movie, which in my opinion is the best of the franchise. The one where he's standing right behind the crib, the one where we see him walking outside and then jumping out of the shadows. The dude is a total creep, and he's pretty freaking scary too. Number 4, Keyface. So Keyface kind of just ends up here by default because it is definitely a scarier demon than the other 3 I just listed, but I also feel that this creature's design was a major missed opportunity. Yes, it is still scary and frightening and all that good stuff, but I feel they could have done so much more with the design because it comes out looking pretty generic in my opinion. Whereas the next few demons that I'm about to talk about after this one have their own unique, distinct designs or things about them that makes them memorable, I found Keyface to be creepy, but completely forgettable too. But at least there's more effort put into the design than the Longhaired Fiend, Doll Girl, or the Dancing Boy. Are you looking for the perfect gift for the movie lover in your life, or maybe you just want to treat yourself? Then look no further than the most unique piece of movie art you could possibly have with Movie Palette. Visit moviepalette.com right now and use code BAM15 at the checkout for 15% off your order. And now, back to the video. Number 3, The Wheezing Demon. Okay, I'm just gonna come out and say this. First things first, people have to put way more respect on Insidious 3 and the Wheezing Demon. In my opinion, this one is the runner-up in the franchise, the second best, just ever so slightly under the original. I actually find this one is extremely well done, very entertaining, very scary, and a lot of that is thanks to the Wheezing Demon, who I have always found to be outright horrifying. It really is a very simple idea. He looks like a sickly, dying patient that's constantly wearing an oxygen mask. But it's the way that he pops up in the movie, the way that he haunts our main characters, and his end goal, where he lives, all of that stuff, it all comes together and makes an unforgettable character in my opinion, and one of this franchise's scariest. Number 2, The Bride in Black, aka Parker Crane. The Bride in Black, or The Black Bride, or Parker Crane easily could have taken that top spot. Because this shot of this character is etched into horror history as one of the creepiest, eeriest, most frightening things there is. But I personally found that as we dove deeper into this character's backstory and origins in the second Insidious movie, it actually took away from what made this character so nightmarish. That's part of the reason that I don't really care for the second Insidious movie, and one of the biggest reasons, if not the biggest reason, that this character didn't end up in first. Though I had high praise for the Wheezing Demon being in third place, the reason that this character still ends up in second place over the Wheezing Demon, despite my dislike of the origin story, is really because of that first Insidious movie and how insanely horrifying this character is. And again, this shot, the one from the mirror, yeah, that is forever etched into my mind like the doll girl's face is. Number 1. Lipstick Face Demon. Though the full design for this character is a bit goofy, admittedly, he's got like giant hooved feet and like a long tail and stuff like that. The more we see of him, the less scary he becomes, but we will never, ever forget potentially the most iconic and memorable jump scare in movie history from that first Insidious movie. Yes, more often than not, people do just say that this guy looks like Darth Maul and it's kind of generic and a ripoff of Darth Maul and stuff. But look, if Darth Maul were in a horror movie, yeah, he would be horrifying. He would be insanely scary. The Lipstick Demon just does everything right for me. The red face with the black, the eyes, mixed with the scenes that he is in that first Insidious movie, it all comes together to produce one of my favorite and one of the scariest demons in horror movie history. So that is all for today's video, folks. Be sure to let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree with my ranking. While you're at it, be sure to let me know down in the comments below how you would have ranked every single one of these Insidious franchise demons. If you're a movie lover, then my channel is the place to be for you, be it rankings, top 10s, versus videos, tier list videos. I have all of that and so much more, with over 500 videos already on the channel and many more to come. So if any of that piques your interest, then be sure to smash that subscribe button right now. While you're at it, don't forget to ring that little bell icon, that way you can be notified about all of my latest uploads. And as always, stay safe, thank you so much for watching, and that's a wrap. Hey you, yeah you, if you made it this far, just know I appreciate you, and while you're here, consider hitting that subscribe button.